For this mission, we needed rocks from a place that should have been habitable in the deep past on Mars. And that's what we find at Jezero. So Jezero has a feature that's formed by water. It's called a delta or a fan. And so in geology, these kinds of structures are made when water from a river flows into a lake. There is water flowing. And on Earth, river deltas are habitable environments. That made Jezero a really compelling location to search for evidence of ancient life in those rocks, as well as having the opportunity to drive out of the crater and beyond that crater rim. So while Curiosity is looking for habitable environments, Perseverance is meant to be looking for evidence of extinct life. It could be in the form of a little body fossil, and we're not thinking about seashells. We're thinking about bacteria that are forming like a microbial mat. The organic carbon that you would need to see to say, yes, this came from life is probably fairly complex. And really the way to resolve this is to return the samples to Earth. And so, my hope would be to find evidence for microbial life, something maybe akin to our bacteria on Earth. And that would be in the form of, there might be a cell preserved in a fluid inclusion in one of these salty rocks. There might be really complex organic carbon that the only way you really can make that is through a biochemical process. So searching for all of these different types of biosignatures, just being anything that can tell you life most likely played a role in forming whatever this feature is in the rock. Or we are seeing stuff that we just don't have rocks of that age on Earth. There's so much insight, and it's not just about Mars. It tells you about Earth. It tells you about the inner rocky worlds. So it's not just one planet or two planets. It really is all the planets that you get to learn about from this data set. There's so many questions that we still have that we're going to have a hard time answering just with rovers. You send samples back and you're going to answer many questions, and then of course you're going to open up so many more with what you actually see.